been following the Xbox 360 gaming scene, you've probably heard tales of this mythical unicorn named Alan Wake. This upcoming thriller from the makers of Max Payne was announced long ago and then nearly forgotten. Now it is emerging from the shadows and preparing to assault your fragile sense of reality. Let's get it out of the way right now. Alan Wake is the real deal. Thrilling, moody, and gorgeous, this action game is one that you can't afford to miss. Alan Wake is a successful author who recently has been hit with a serious case of writer's block. To help clear his mind, Wake and his wife have taken a vacation to the Pacific Northwest. A little town called Bright Falls is the setting, a sort of amalgamation of several real-life locations. Here his adventure begins with an introduction to the slightly off-kilter inhabitants before Wake's life plunges into darkness. Whether it's a nightmare or reality is unclear, but one thing is certain. Only by staying in the light can Wake stay alive. His wife has gone missing, pages of a horror story he doesn't remember writing are scattered about, and the words are coming true. A darkness is possessing the people and objects around Wake, dripping with evil as if coated with a still wet ink from Wake's pen. The only way to destroy the dark presence is with light. A flashlight is a good start, but during his adventures, Wake will make use of everything from generators to car headlights to flare guns and flashbangs. Rip away the darkness with light, and then finish the job with the gun. It's the only way to stay alive. It's easy to take a quick glance at Alan Wake and see how great this game is looking, but the true strength of its visuals come out when you sit down to play it. The developers play with light to set the mood, occasionally sweeping the forbidding nighttime in just a few heartbeats. At this point, you'll start to realize that the environment itself feels like a character as the trees loom over you and the fog rolls in. At the same time, I shouldn't neglect to make it clear that Alan Wake is an action game. I played about the first hour and a half, and while there's a fair amount of tension-building storytelling, there's a lot of explosive action. The game builds in waves to an ultimate crescendo of high action before settling down again. But even during the combat, you can expect to see some cinematic moments thanks to a slick camera that will occasionally pull back from the player to better showcase the fight. Alan Wake is one of my most anticipated games of 2010. It's almost best described by what it isn't. This is the anti-Splinter Cell in its use of light and dark, and it's the anti-Resident Evil in its cerebral thriller aspects. That puts it in a pretty unique position to be a standout and memorable game. Look for it on Xbox 360 in May, and stay tuned to IGN for the latest.